What's up, my foodies? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a cook with me. So we're gonna be making this curry goat with rice and peas and macaroni salad. So yeah, all three things on the plate from scratch. So keep on watching. Alright guys, so let's go through a bit of the ingredients. I have my natural seasonings here, some onion, escallion, thyme, green sweet peppers, and carrots and potatoes. I have my goat right here, washed and cleaned, and I did leave some of the fatty pieces because fat is flavor. And for powder seasonings, I'll be using onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, all-purpose. I'll be putting some allspice berries, my green seasoning, better pack curry, and some ram it up. Alright. The ram it up does give it a flavor, guys, that is just out of this world. Alright guys, so now I'm going in with some onion powder. I'm also gonna go in with some garlic powder. Don't worry guys, I'm using this little spoon, but I have the recipe and I'm gonna be posting it in the description. Alright, so all correct measurements will be posted. I'm now gonna go in with some all-purpose seasoning, the Maggie all-purpose seasoning, and I'm also gonna add some allspice berries. Now you could crush them up, guys, or you could just throw them in as is. It doesn't matter, it depends on you and your preference. All right, I'm gonna add some black pepper. You could put how much black pepper you could tolerate. This is freshly cracked black pepper, so it's more flavorful, and yeah, I love freshly cracked black pepper. Okay, so just add a generous amount, guys. Alright guys, so now I'm gonna go in with my green seasoning. You could add as much of this as you like. This is just pure flavor, and yeah, I'm adding about 2 tablespoons here. Alright, so now I'm going in with the ram it up, guys. This is just pure goat flavor, and it just nice up the goat. Honestly, this is so good. So I will be putting it in my strainer just because there's some noodles in it, and I don't want the noodles in there at all. This is just gonna thicken up the goat, and it's gonna be a whole mess. So no, not at all. I don't want it inside. And I'm now gonna add my better pack curry. I'm going in with like 2 tablespoons of better pack curry. All right, this is my favorite curry. If you could get better pack to make your curries, listen, thank me later. This is the best. Alright guys, so on to my favorite part. You know your girl love to massage her meat, so we're gonna massage the seasonings onto the goat. And when I say massage, I mean get intimate with the goat. Okay, just kind of squeeze it while you're doing that though, guys. I tend to find that when I season my meat like that, like squeeze it while I'm seasoning it, the seasoning tends to stick to the meat better than just, you know, rubbing it up with a spoon or anything. When you go in with your hands and you massage it and squeeze it, trust me, works like a charm. All right, so just do that, and we're gonna marinate for a little bit. Alright, so for the marination process, guys, I simply just leave it in the same bowl, and I put some plastic wrap or Searing wrap. You could even use foil if you don't have this, or if your container has a cover, you could cover it. And I'm just gonna cover this and let it sit for about an hour and change, and let's work on our peas. Alright guys, so for my peas, I did not soak this overnight. I started soaking this like 3 hours ago, but I mixed 2 peas. I mixed black peas and red peas. Alright, so we're gonna let this come to a boil. I just lit my flame, and we're gonna cook this for about 45-50 minutes. Alright, so our peas has been going for about 10 minutes, guys, and this is how it's looking. Don't be alarmed. Yes, the water is black because when you use black peas, it makes the water very black. Alright, so this have another 40 minutes to go, but in the meantime, while the peas is going and our goat is over there marinating, we're gonna start on our macaroni salad. Alright. Alright guys, see, we're riding and we're whistling. I have some water here that I'm letting it come to a boil, and this is the macaroni that I'll be using. I'm using the elbow macaroni, and I'm cooking it according to what the package says. So when you buy your macaroni, guys, cook it according to what the packaging says. This is elbow number 35, by the way. All right, so once the water has come to a boil, guys, you just put your macaroni in there, and as soon as the time winds down as to when it says it's cooked and you test it and it's cooked, you don't want this to be soft at all, then you're gonna take it off and you're gonna drain it. So right now I'm gonna drain this. All right, so this is what it looks like fully drained, and I'm just gonna put this in the fridge now to cool off for about 10 to 12 minutes. All right. Alright, so we're all cooled off, guys, and to start, you don't have to add these in any particular order, but now I'm going in with a little bit of mustard. The mustard is optional, but I love the little twist it gives when I use this flavor profile with all these ingredients and I'm adding, so yeah. Now I'm going to add some mayo. Guys, it's raining like crazy outside, and I hope the mayo that I have left in this bottle can work. Alright, so to start, I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of mayo to start. Don't add a lot of mayo at once, guys, because once it's too much mayo inside, there's no way you could correct it unless you add some more pasta, and you're gonna have to boil some more pasta. Yeah, so don't do that. I'm going in with some sweet relish. That's about 2 tablespoons of sweet relish. As I said, guys, don't worry about the measurements, it will be in the description box. And I added some carrots as well. I have the salt here, guys, but I'll be adding it if it's needed because the relish has a little salty, sweetish kick to it as well as the mustard. All right, so mixing those ingredients, guys, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The next thing we're gonna be adding now is probably some sugar and for certain some vinegar. So let's mix this up first, and then I'm gonna give it a taste test and see what it needs. All right. Alright, guys, so after mixing it up and taste testing it, it needs a little bit more mayo. I'm gonna add a little bit of brown sugar, about a teaspoon of brown sugar, and I'm also gonna be going in with some vinegar as well. Alright, so this is the distilled vinegar. I got it from ShopRite, and I'll be adding like a half a cork full, if that makes sense, or you could add a teaspoon of vinegar. Alright, so just toss that all up in there, and we're gonna go in and give this a mix again. All right, so mix that up, and then we're gonna add the last amount of our mayo. All right, so we're going in with about a tablespoon more of mayo, and we're gonna mix this up, guys, and it should be good. All right, it should be absolutely amazing. Alright, guys, so after we're finished mixing that up, this is what it looks like, and now I'm just gonna wrap it up with some Saran wrap and put this away in the fridge so it could be nice and cool when dinner is ready to be served. Alright, guys, so back to our peas. Our peas has reduced a bit in its liquid. Alright, it's not cooked yet, guys. I think this need about another 25 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. We've been making the salad for about 10 minutes, so yeah, the time is adding up. So I'm going to now add in the coconut milk and let this finish cooking. Alright, so this is the coconut milk, guys. The cup is full to the brim, and this is an estimate of about 1.5 cups of coconut milk. Guys, the trick is now when you're cooking the peas and there's black peas in it, right? It doesn't make the liquid in the rice pot very white. It turns it black. The black peas is very overpowering. All right, I'm going in with about 2 cups of water, and I'm also gonna season the pot. So I'm adding in some ginger, some escallion, some thyme, and I added a little piece of scotch bonnet pepper. The pepper is very, very strong, guys, so I added a little piece to give it some flavor, and I also added about a half a tablespoon of salt. All right, so after the half an hour has passed, guys, this is how our peas is looking. I'm now gonna turn my flame off, and we're gonna actually set this to the side, but I'm testing if all the peas are cooked, guys. So we're gonna set this to the side and work on our goat. All right. Alright, so now for a goat, guys. I have like about three and a half tablespoons of coconut oil, and I'm going in with some bitter pot curry. This is about 2 tablespoons of bitter pot curry, guys. So yeah, just put your curry in there. I'm now adding some garlic. I'm gonna also go in with some ginger, and I have my goat right here ready, guys. It's smelling so good. So once that curry is a little bit toasted, not burned, you're gonna add in your goat, and this is gonna be cooking for a long time anyway, so even putting the curry in the oil is totally optional because the goat will be cooking long enough for the curry to be totally cooked out, because as you can see, remember we seasoned the goat with some curry as well. All right, so we're gonna leave this in the pot to burn off, kind of like when you're brown stewing chicken and you kind of brown it up. This is called like the burn it off process, when you let the goat cooked a bit in its juices and burn off in that oil with the garlic and all that to catch some flavor, develop some very nice flavor, guys. All right, so it's been going for about 10 to 12 minutes, guys, and as you can see, you see that color holding on to the goat. This process also helps the color to hold on to the goat. You don't just put your goat in the pot and throw water on it. The color is gonna be washed off completely, and you're not gonna end up with that nice yellow, nice beautiful color goat. All right, so it's been going for a bit, and we're kind of just like tossing it around, and I'm gonna let this go for another like 8 minutes before I add any liquid to this. And yeah, guys, I'm just kind of tossing it around and trying to get everything incorporated with all that garlic and ginger flavor before I add any liquid to it. All right. Alright, guys, so now it's time to add the liquid. I'm gonna go in with my water now, and I'm pouring enough water in it to cover the goat. So this is like 4.5 cups of water, and yeah, I'm gonna let this cook for about an hour, guys, a full hour before we come and check on it or do anything on it. Do not turn your flame up too high because the liquid will reduce too quickly and the goat is not gonna be where it needs to be, and you're gonna continuously adding water. All right. Alright, so once your goat come to a boil, guys, this is what it's gonna look like, and we're gonna let it do its thing for an hour. And after an hour, guys, most of the liquid has reduced out of the goat, and this is what it's looking like. It's exactly where I want it to be, guys. This is how it's supposed to look in terms of color, in terms of texture. Yes, so now it's time for us to now adding our natural seasonings like our onion or scallion and all of that good stuff, or potatoes and carrots. Listen, all of that good stuff, guys. And I added about 1.5 cups of water in this pan here that I seasoned the goat in previously, and I'm just adding that to the pot as well. Okay, and I also have some Jamaican all-purpose seasoning. I'm adding a tablespoon of that to the goats. So now we kind of turning up the flavor profile a notch. All right, I'm going in with some more green seasoning, and I'm just gonna stir this up and let it simmer, guys. You're gonna cook this now on medium low for another like 35 minutes and let the goat simmer, and we're on our way. We're definitely on our way. Alright, guys, so while the goat is doing its thing, let's work on our rice so we could get the rice going as well. Alright, so I'm adding a tablespoon of butter. Yeah, I previously lit the flame, as you could tell, and I'm going in with a tablespoon of green seasoning, and I also have some jasmine rice pre-washed, and I'm just gonna go straight in with my jasmine rice. Okay, so I'm adding in the jasmine rice, and I'm just gonna stir it up to see where my liquid is at, to know if I need more liquid or not. And yeah, guys, I'm going to need some more water, so I'm going to be adding about 1 more cup of water, just enough water to cover the rice, but I still need to see the rice, guys. Remember, we want it shelly, so we don't want to flood out the pot of rice. All right. So I'm adding in the cup of water, stirring it up again to see if it's enough, And I'm gonna cover this, guys, and let it cook on low heat, not too low, just low enough where it still has a bubble. And we're gonna cook this for 30 minutes and it should be ready. All right, so remember the peas is cooked already, so we're not just now gonna steam the rice now. Alright guys, and 30 minutes later, listen, the plane has landed. The goat is ready. Guys, this is smelling so good. This is the best goat I've cooked in a while. I haven't cooked goat in a minute, by the way, so you know your girl stepped into this. The gravy isn't where it's needed to be, but remember we have potatoes in there and they're very starchy, so when the goat sits, it will thicken up the gravy. But look at how amazing this looks, guys. Oh my god. And within the next 5 minutes, guys, our rice is gonna be totally ready. So everything finished one time. And just like that, guys, the rice is ready. It took an extra 5 minutes, so the total cook time was like 35 minutes, but that's fine, guys, because our goat is resting. I love to rest my meat after cooking it. I don't like to cook my meat and eat it same time, so the goat is resting, so it's totally fine that the rice took the extra time. But look at this, guys. Oh my gosh, it is perfect. I tasted a little bit, guys, and taste amazing. Oh my god. And this mixed peas blend, you have to try it, guys. And yeah, this is it, guys. You cooked with me today and everything turned out amazing, and I'm happy that I could share this with you. And I'm happy that you guys continuously watch and support my videos. I do it all for you, and I hope that I inspire and teach someone how to cook some food today. And just like that, my loves, we cooked a full meal today. Thank you so much. If you stick out to the end of this video, you are a real taste of yard fam, okay? So isn't this looking amazing? Some rice and peas with curry goats and macaroni salad. Oh my god. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Bye.